Tony Iommi, born Anthony Frank Iommi on February 19, 1948, in Birmingham, England, is a legendary figure in the world of rock music. As the lead guitarist and primary songwriter for Black Sabbath, Iommi's innovative style and dark, powerful riffs helped shape the sound of heavy metal and influence countless musicians. His journey is a story of resilience, creativity, and profound impact on the music industry. Tony Iommi grew up in a working-class family in Birmingham. His initial interest in music was sparked by his father, who was a jazz musician. Iommi began playing guitar in his teenage years, drawing inspiration from rock and blues bands. He was initially influenced by the likes of Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, and early blues artists. In his early 20s, Iommi joined a series of bands, including the Rockin' Chevrolets and the rest. These early experiences provided him with a foundation in performance and songwriting, although it was with his next venture that he would truly make his mark. In 1968, Tony Iommi, along with vocalist Ozzy Osbourne, bassist Geezer Butler, and drummer Bill Ward, formed a band initially called Earth. After discovering that another band was using the name, they rebranded as Black Sabbath, inspired by the occult-themed horror films that were popular at the time. This name change marked the beginning of their transformation into pioneers of heavy metal. Black Sabbath's self-titled debut album was released in 1970, featuring a dark, brooding sound that was a departure from the mainstream rock of the era. Tony Iommi's heavy, distorted guitar riffs and the band's thematic focus on darker subjects laid the groundwork for what would become heavy metal. Iommi's contributions to Black Sabbath were not limited to his guitar work. He was also a key songwriter and a driving force behind the band's creative direction. His signature sound, characterized by heavy, down-tuned guitars and a powerful, rhythmic style, became a defining feature of the genre. One of the most remarkable aspects of Iommi's career is his ability to overcome adversity. In 1968, shortly before the formation of Black Sabbath, Iommi suffered a severe injury at work, losing the tips of his middle and ring fingers. To adapt, he fashioned prosthetic fingertips and tuned his guitar down to a lower pitch, which contributed to his unique sound. This innovation became a defining characteristic of heavy metal guitar playing. Throughout the 1970s, Black Sabbath released a series of influential albums, including Paranoid, 1970, Master of Reality, 1971, Volume 4, 1972, and Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, 1973. These albums established Black Sabbath as a leading force in rock music and cemented Iommi's status as a guitar legend. The late 1970s and early 1980s saw numerous challenges for Black Sabbath, including the departure of Ozzy Osbourne and various lineup changes. Despite these difficulties, Tony Iommi remained a central figure in the band, guiding them through different eras with a series of new members, including Ronnie James Dio, Ian Gillan, and Glenn Hughes. Iommi's role in these transitional periods was crucial. He adapted to changing musical trends while maintaining the essence of what made Black Sabbath unique. The release of albums like Heaven and Hell, 1980, with Dio, and later 13, 2013, with the original lineup, demonstrated Iommi's ability to innovate while honoring his legacy. In addition to his work with Black Sabbath, Iommi has collaborated with a wide range of artists and contributed to various musical projects. In recent years, Tony Iommi has continued to be active in music. Despite health challenges, including a battle with lymphoma, Iommi's influence remains strong. His work with Black Sabbath has been celebrated with tours, special editions of classic albums, and continued recognition in the rock and metal community.